Go to the fourth question. Prove that the quadrilateral formed by the intersection of angle bisectors of all angles of a parallelogram is a rectangle. First, let us understand the question. They have given us a parallelogram. Okay, there is a parallelogram ABCD. They are saying a quadrilateral which is formed by the intersection of the angle bisectors of the angles of a parallelogram. Now, in a parallelogram ABCD, the angles are angle A, angle B, angle C, and angle D. Now, you can see that angle bisectors are drawn from all the angles. Angle bisectors are drawn. Once they are drawn, what is happening? They are all joining, and a small quadrilateral is formed inside that. Now, what have we to prove? By joining all these angle bisectors, what is formed inside is a rectangle. So, I have named that rectangle as PQRS. So, basically, we have to prove that quadrilateral PQRS is a rectangle. What have they given us? Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. So, we write here quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, now further, angle ADC plus angle BCD. Now, what are these angles? First, let us see this angle and this angle. They are the two angles which are next to each other, which are nothing but the adjacent angles of a parallelogram. And adjacent angles of a parallelogram, we have learnt that they are supplementary. So, supplementary means their sum is 180 degrees. Therefore, angle ADC plus angle BCD is equal to 180 degrees. What is the reason? Adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Okay, now look at this equation. If I multiply half throughout this equation, what happens here? It becomes half angle ADC. See here, I have written half angle ADC. If I multiply half here, what happens? It becomes half angle BCD. And if I multiply half here, what happens? It becomes half into 180 degrees. I number this equation as 1. How did I get this equation? 1 by multiplying by half. Okay. Now, further we see, if I am talking about half angle ADC, isn't it angle PDC? Now, why can it be angle PDC? Because this DP is nothing but the angle bisector, means it is dividing this angle into two equal parts. So, I want only this angle, angle PDC. So, I say that, but half angle ADC is equal to angle PDC. Why? Because ray DP bisects angle ADC. I write here bisects angle ADC. Same way now here. What happens here? We have angle BCD. We have taken half angle BCD. So, half angle BCD is also angle PCD, right? So, half angle BCD is equal to angle PCD. Why? Because this ray CP bisects this angle BCD. I write here bisects angle BCD. Now, why have we written all this? From 1, 2 and 3, I have to make one equation now. Because in place of half angle ADC, now I'll write angle PDC. In place of half angle BCD, I'll write angle PCD. Therefore, from 1, 2 and 3, what happens? Angle PDC plus angle PCD equal to half into 180 is what? 90 degrees. So, we get the fourth equation. Now, what do? We consider this full triangle PDC. Now, in this full triangle PDC, we use the angle sum property of a triangle, that is angle PDC plus angle PCD plus angle DPC equal to 180 degrees. What is the reason? Angle sum property, that is the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So that is what I have written. In triangle PDC, angle PDC plus angle PCD plus angle DPC equal to 180 degree. Reason, sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. But what did we see in 4? Angle PDC plus angle PCD is 90 degrees. So in these two places I can write 90 degrees. So 90 degree plus angle DPC is equal to 180 degree. Now how did I get 90 degree? From 4. So I write here from 4. So what will angle DPC be? Basically 180 degree minus 90 degree. And what is 180 degree minus 90 degree? That is also 90 degree. Now look at the angle. Angle DPC we have said is, this angle we will mark. Angle DPC we have said is 90 degrees. Instead of calling it angle DPC, can I call it angle SPQ? Right? This is the same angle. So angle SPQ also will be 90 degrees. What is the reason? Because S lies between D and P. That is what I have written here. And Q lies between P and C. That is what I have written here. Now, if we can prove that angle SPQ is 90 degrees, same way we can also prove that angle SRQ also is 90 degrees, right? So, we write, similarly, we can prove angle SRQ equal to 90 degrees. Now, look here, if I consider this triangle ASD, just like I took triangle PDC, when I consider this triangle ASD, I can also prove that angle ASD is 90 degrees. So I write also angle ASD is 90 degrees. Same way on the opposite side. Which opposite side? This triangle BQC. If I take triangle BQC, I can also prove angle BQC is 90 degrees. Right? So I write, and angle PQC equal to 90 degrees. What is the reason? By considering this triangle ASD and triangle PQC. Therefore, now we can say that if angle ASD is 90 degrees, what is the angle opposite to it? Angle PSR, right? Angle PSR. Therefore, angle PSR also will be equal to angle ASD. What is the reason? They are opposite to each other. Means what reason we can write? They are vertically opposite angles. Therefore, angle PSR also will be 90 degrees. So we can mark this also as 90 degrees. Earlier we had said that the opposite angle also similarly we can prove. Already we have got 3 angles is 90 degrees. Same way we can also say angle PQR also will be 90 degrees. So we write, okay, so angle PSR has become 90 degrees. Similarly, angle PQR is equal to 90 degrees. Now we look at 5, that is angle SPQ is 90 degrees. We look at 6, angle SRQ is 90 degrees. We look at 8, that is angle PSR is 90 degrees. And look at 9, angle PQR is 90 degrees. So 4 angles of this small quadrilateral here are all 90 degrees. So I can say angle SPQ, which we took first, is equal to angle SRQ, which we took next, is equal to angle PSR, which we took next, is equal to angle PQR, which we took next. Now what are all these angles? What is their measure? 90 degrees. So quadrilateral PQRS will be a rectangle, because in a rectangle all the angles are of 90 degrees measure.